Mor bwysig yw bod e'n rhannu ei brofiad gyda'r genhedlaeth nesaf?
Mae fe'n holl bwysig yn dywech. Mae fe'n rhannu gyda nhw ethroniaethau fe o egwyddorion chwarae hefyd. A chi'n gallu gweld y ffordd maen nhw'n waro neithwr, y systemau a'r ffurfiau maen nhw'n waru, a falle hefyd y ffordd maen nhw'n waru a perfformio'r lefel ucha yn gyson yn dangos falle y dylan mae fe'n gallu gael.
Ie, maen nhw wedi cael tipyn o lwyddiant ar y lefel na, fach ar yr Eidal yn cyflawni ar y lefel is, angen trosglwyddio'r llwyddiant i'r tîm proffesiynol. Ond yn sôn am hen ben, sawl un yn galw Will Reid yn hen ben, ond mewn corff ifanc wedi cynrychioli Cymru, faint o argraff gall e creu?
Ie, mae wedi dangos yn barod bod digon o ddewyd gyda fe. Mae wedi dangos bod e'n gallu sgori pwyntiau. Mae wedi sgori bron 100 a 20 o pwyntiau yn barod. Mae fe'n chwaraewr celfydd iawn hefyd, gyda falle hen ben fel ti wedi gweud. Mae Matt O'Brien gyda fe ar y tu allan fel petai. Felly mae fe'n mynd i helpu fe. A mae fe'n chwaraewr grefftus iawn hefyd, felly mae fe'n gallu lliwio'r chwarae. So mae fe'n mor bwysig i Casnewydd.
Dyna ddigon am Casnewydd am nawr. Beth am y gwrthwynebwyr? Tîm sy'n cael ei cefnogi'n dda. Dwi'n siŵr fydd digon o gefnogwyr yma heno. Dwi'n siŵr fydd digon ohonoch chi hefyd yn gwylio adre. Ond mae Paul Matthews yr hyfforddwr wedi bod yn siarad gyda Owen Gwynedd.
It's been a mixed set of results for Ponty so far this year. Where the team at?
Yeah, do you know, probably our away form hasn't been great, but good to get off the mark up in RGC, get that sort of off our back to get a victory. Home form at Sardis has been good, but probably disappointed the last time out in against Aberavon. So looking to put that right possibly tonight.
Yeah, what went wrong in Aberavon then?
Look, I just think we probably scrum time, Aberavon were very, very strong there. Maybe a little bit of platform. And probably we had 2 injuries at hooker, which disrupted us a little bit. But we had a chance at the end of the game to probably sneak it with 40 men. Playing 40 men against Aberavon after sort of 55 minutes was always going to be a tough ask. But probably a game when we've reflected on it, we could have actually snuck and won. So yeah, we look to build on that performance tonight.
You're one of 2 teams to beat Newport this year or this season. What's the secret?
Yeah, that victory was probably, that it was Newport's first game. It was on Sardis Road. We pride ourselves with that home form, but it was a good game of rugby. And 2 teams who like to throw the ball around. So we just on that day we took our chances and we were very clinical. So I think that's crucial to the game tonight as well.
Well, good luck, all the best tonight. Diolch yn fawr.
Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much.
Cadarnhad, mae noson sych yma yng Nghasnewydd. Ar noswyl Storm Eunice, ni'n mynd i gwneud y mwyaf o'r tywydd yma, Nathan. Ni'n barod wedi sôn am chwaraewyr allweddol Casnewydd. Pwy yw chwaraewyr mwyaf pwysig Pontypridd?
Wel, ni wedi sôn yn barod yn dan pwysigrwydd cael chwaraewyr profiadol y hen bennau. Mae Christo Gomidus yn un o'r reini. Mae fe'n chwaraewr digyfaddawd iawn, corfforol iawn hefyd, ond mae fe'n tipyn o arweinydd hefyd ar y ca, felly byddai'n allweddol heno.
A Jake, dyn sydd eisoes wedi chwarae pêl-drod dan ddeunaw dros Gymru, mas o'r heno yn allweddol hefyd?
Yn sicr mae Jake Lloyd i ddangos yn barod tymor yma fel mae'n gallu eto lliwio'r chwarae, ond hefyd y ffaith bod yn falle ffwtboler bert David, mae fe'n gallu wario gêm pragmatig yma sydd yn holl bwysig, yn enwedig i ffwrdd y gatre yn erbyn Casnewydd, bydd cicio y bêl yn holl bwysig.
Dwi'n edrych mlaen i hon, y 2 dîm fydd yn sicr eisiau cystadlu am y teitl. Fel ti'n gweld i'n mynd?
Wel, mae'r ymodyd i aros bant, mae'r ansawdd y car yn digon da hefyd, falle yn siwtio ffordd mae'r Casnewydd yn wario ar y foment. I fi, falle Casnewydd sydd yn mynd i Cymru.
A jyst un cwestiwn arall, achos dwi'n gwybod oedd Paul di sôn am y pac yn broblem yn erbyn Aberafan. Faint o welliant ti'n disgwyl gweld heno?
Ie, yn sicr, mae pac grif cadarn gyda Pontypridd, felly bydden nhw yn siomedig, ond maen nhw wedi gwneud cwpl o newidiadau falle i ceisio atgyfnerthu falle beth y pwynt ni ar y ca heno, felly bydd hon yn digwyl lefantol i nhw.
Mae'n amser si brysio'r pwynt sylwebu. A reminder, English language commentary is about to begin on S4C's YouTube channel and the Welsh Rugby Union website with Kerry Sweeney and Sean Hawley. A mae Nathan ar ei ffordd i ymuno ac Owen Gwynedd.
So it's second against 9th in the Indigo Welsh Premiership here at the Newport Stadium. Tyrone Morris, the head coach of Newport, looking for a 4th win on the bounce since the Premiership Cup, and it's 3 out of 3 for the home side. Morris makes 4 changes in the pack. 1 change in the front row from the victory over Llandovery at Church Bank in January. Lewis Jones is in for Jamie Junn. Josh Skinner replaces Andrew Mann at lock, the latter to the bench. Rhys Jenkins moves to 6 to accommodate Kyle Taylor at open side, and Ben Roach returns to start at 8 with George Young moving to the bench. In the back line, just 1 change. David Smith is on the wing. Matthew Powell moving to the bench. Experienced centre, Matt O'Brien is the captain. For Pontypridd, well, it's 1 win from 2 in the Premiership after a raft of postponed games over December and January. 3 changes to the team that lost at home to Aberavon on the 29th of January. Morgan Richards switches from wing to fullback. Cole Swannock makes his debut, coming onto the wing at loose head prop. Tom Devine swaps with Ben Stevens, who is on the bench, as does Tom Harper for Morgan Basanko. The experience comes in the form of 31-year-old winger Dale Stuckey and 37 years young lock and Sippert international Chris Dickamidis. So, beautiful shot over the Newport Stadium for this interesting encounter tonight. Both teams with changes, mixed fortunes as the visitors come onto the pitch. Former Pontypridd outside half and Wales international Kerry Sweeney is with me. Kerry, we're just short of a storm at the moment. It seems okay. Will conditions as they stand cause any problems tonight?
Yeah, well, let's hope, Sean, that it stays off the weather at the moment. It looks like we're in between the 2 storms, and let's just hope we have a good game tonight. You know, we've got 2 good teams playing here this evening. Newport in a vein of form, but probably looking to head back after a close loss against Aberavon.
Director of Rugby at Pontypridd, Justin Bennell, supported by Lee Davis and of course Paul Matthews, who we heard from before this game. Mixed fortunes, but the experience there of Chris Dickamidis, 37-year-old, and they'll need all that against this Newport side as Matt O'Brien leads them out. Made his debut in 2013 for Newport. Now plays his trade not just as the number 12 for Newport, but as a Dragons Academy coach. He'll be pleased with the under-18s victory in the regional age grade championship last night. And good to see the black and amber Pontypridd tonight, Kerry, in mixed colours.
Yeah, it's one the special shirt this year, I think, just to support the NHS. So obviously Pontypridd getting behind all the people that are worked through the COVID, and just trying to give a bit back to them people.
Referee tonight is Ian Davis, and his assistants are Elliot Mayer and Gareth Davis. Adam Jones is the TMO.
Going left.
So we're about to get underway in the Indigo Welsh Premiership.
Okay, time on.
Follow English language on the WRU website, S4C Click and S4C YouTube as Newport get us underway. The kick is straight down the middle of the field. It's Morgan Richards with the clearing kick, and maybe an indication, Kerry, early, looking at the assistant's flag, that the wind is slightly in Newport's favour here.
Yeah, we can't quite feel it here at the back of the stand, Sean, but as you can see from the touch judge's flag there, it seems to be a strong wind at the back of Newport.
Well, Griffiths finds his man early, back play, intervention, David Smith back in the team, off to the right wing. Good start by Newport. Out the back it goes. Fleet of foot coming in from... Oh, what a run this is from the fullbacks back inside. The scrum half is there. Luke Crane. What a start for the home team. Well, it was the first set-piece play off the top. Smart play, forwards and backs into Lincoln. Ty Richards scored 10 tries himself this season. Went down that right-hand side, and Luke Crane, like all good scrum halves, was on his inside to finish off 2 minutes in, and Newport get the first try.
Yeah, great start, I think, by Newport off the top of the line out. Moving the ball wide, very slick as well, just coming back, going through the phases. Cameron Lewis then just found a lovely little break on the outside. beats a man, get outside him with his pace, just a little fend, and puts himself into some lovely space. As you can see there, just hands Chris Dickamides off. Lovely pass inside, great support play. That's all good nines. That's a great start by Newport.
Yeah, it was Cameron Lewis, apologies, the 13. Not Di Richard, a former Wales Sevens player. Never lost in a Newport shirt, only 4 appearances, but looking to make it 5 out of 5. A great start for Tyrone Morris's men.
Exactly what they were looking for there, Sean. Good start, impose themselves early on this game. Maybe look to build that lead early with this wind as well.
Will Reid judges the wind to perfection, and this was the break on the outside, Kerry.
Yeah, you can just see Kai just takes a little bounce here, just bounces out and then gets outside. Asking a lot of Chris Dickamides really to try and defend him, but great eyes back inside, great support line as well with Newport 9.
Well, 7 points to 0 as early as the 2nd minute. Good restart coming in from Jacob Lloyd. And try scorer Luke Crane. Well, try to slow it down. Back it goes.
Wait.
And that's O'Brien with the clearance kick. There's Morgan Richards. Now then, what do Pontypridd have in response? It goes high into the night sky. That one a little too deep as Di Richards takes it to the 10-metre line. Out the back it goes. Will Reid, O'Brien really getting the ball moving. There's Elliot Fruin, the top try scorer this season for Newport. Good counter-ruck coming in from Pontypridd though. Still there. The tip-on pass. That's hooker Will Griffiths. An all-action try-scoring hooker. Reid picks his head up, sees a gap over the right wing, and that's a lovely kick.
That's good play. Straight, just bossing the game now. Newport have only been going for 5 minutes, but playing with a lot of pace, quick rucks, moving the ball early, finding great space.
That's a 50-22. See it in the assistant referee with his arm out to the Newport side. A kick from inside his own half, bouncing into the 22. New law, a 50-22, and Newport get the ball back. Griffiths, another good line out. This time it's not off the top. They're looking for the wall. Referee Ian Davis holds both back lines back 10 minutes. Now the line out's over. Rhys Jenkins joins. It's there for Crane. O'Brien comes on the short ball into the 22. Ominous again from Newport. Here come the big men. Good carry from Garen Harris. Crane, oh, did he lose it?
Yep.
Yes, he did. Good build-up again from Newport.
It's got a bit unlucky there. As you can see, though, they just try and work around that corner, trying to beat Pontypridd around.
9 yellow.
Just get him on that great front football, nice and quick as well. It's causing Pontypridd a lot of problems at the moment.
Feet are underneath us. It's quite slippery underfoot, okay?
And the speed of ball, Kerry, you know, significant there early on. Players into position quickly on a plate for Luke Crane.
So difficult to defend, though, isn't it, when it's that quick, you know. As soon as the ball gets to the floor, it's gone. It's moved away, move into space. Asking a lot of the Pontypridd forwards to get around the corner and defend, especially against quicker men.
Let's go for that, Joel. It's fine.
Joel Rakes will put into the first Pontypridd scrum. Former Cardiff Academy and it's a Bull product. Referee Ian Davis
Guys,
happy with that one.
Guys, we've got this side going up and that side coming down. Let's get the height better from both sides of the scrum, okay?
We just see the pitch there, Kerry. We walked across to our commentary position earlier. It's just a little soft underfoot. Pitch looks immaculate, but you can see that's churned up a little bit in the first scrum.
Yeah, I think it was always a worry that this might happen just with the amount of rain we've had over the last couple of days. But I think they're playing on the surface is probably the best they could be at the moment.
Crouch!
Newport will look to put Pontypridd under a lot of pressure here. Midway through their own 22, Rakes puts into the scrum. And the pressure comes on, but it's on the loose head side. Lewis Jones penalised by Ian Davis, and that's a welcome relief for Pontypridd.
That's you? One, I mean, sorry. Yeah, get it right, number 2.
Yeah, I think just a little break from the pressure now. Just get this ball off the park. It's so difficult when you're playing against a wind like this to get any relief from any pressure. That's a good kick there. That's a good relief.
Yeah, right up the halfway line. Good clearance.
It's two different ways of playing, isn't it, when you're playing against the wind, though? You know, you can't really kick long to give your opposition that so much time just to kick the ball back. It's more contestable kicks, driving lineouts, trying to inch your way up the park, rather than play like we see Newport playing already, moving the ball wide and using their pace.
Chris Dickamidis, 37-year-old. It goes to the front. Safe
Joel,
ball.
stay.
Good
Joel,
throw this
back.
time from
Joel.
Nathan Hewish.
Joel, get back.
A little bit high in that maul. Lots of colours in that maul, I have to say, with the shirts, but Ponty have it moving forward. Putting pressure on that Newport 8, but it's a little bit loose at the back. The Jackal comes in from Newport. They thought they had it, but it wasn't a maul. It was a tackle, said Ian Davis.
He broke away,
and Ponty will get the put in.
Yeah, they'll be happy with that. I think there's a bit of an arm wrestle there with that driving out. I think both teams trying to impose themselves with their mauls. It's probably one apiece at the moment, and you know, a good attacking opportunity here for Pontypridd, right from the halfway line. Beginning to see what they go with straight away. They got plenty of pace.
Well, they've consolidated, Kerry. You know, the score was so early, probably rocked them a little.
Listen straight now.
They've settled now.
Crouch.
Won a few penalties.
Bye.
Second scrum for Ponty. Near our commentary position here on their left-hand side. Riggs puts in. Newport put huge pressure, but it's an 8-9. Out the back it goes to Jacob Lloyd. Long ball. Back inside comes Morgan Richards.
Tackle.
Well tackled by the Newport back row. We're waiting for him, Riggs. There's Christian Parker, the captain of Pontypridd. Also plays number 8, 30-year-old. Big carry coming in from Tom Harper. The Newport backs look to spread it. He sent the partnership of Kerry Morris and Bradley Roderick. There's Joe Miles, the number 8, with a carry. Slow ball. Newport's defence holding out. Back it goes. That's Dale Stuckey with a kick. And it's returned with interest, but that just might be a little too long. And indeed, it goes dead, and I suppose Ponty will claim a win in that kicking battle.
Yeah, I think they've got away with that, though, really. You know, we had a bit of an arm wrestle again in the middle of that park. That's so difficult when you're playing against the wind. You know, they've got nowhere to kick, really. I think Dale Stuckey just trying to find a little bit of territory. Didn't get a kick he wanted, and, you know, unfortunately, I think it was Di Richards who kicks the ball back because of that strong wind behind him. It's had a couple of bounces, and it's gone all of 70 yards, probably, to dead. So, Pontypridd will find themselves a bit lucky there.
Di Richards maybe looking for another 50-22 there, but
same again, you two. Square.
Got his sights out. 34 appearances for Newport, former Monmouth School and Dragons Academy fullback. 10 tries to his name in Newport colours.
Bind.
And Ponty have their third scrum in as many minutes, this time on the right-hand side. Rakes, that's a better scrum from the visitors. Indeed, it's good enough, says Ian Davis, and they win the penalty. And they slowly but surely get into this game, Kerry.
Yeah, I think that might have been one of the concerns before the game with the Pontypridd scrum. I don't think it's been going that well previously, but that's a great start so far with the penalty.
Not quite what he wanted. Deep into the 22, but it is a Ponty line out.
Your hooker standing up.
You'd have to think that Chris Dickamidis' men might just fancy themselves for another maul. That's compete well by Newport.
Back by Yellow.
Didn't get that one off the top. It was Luke Crane. The chance to get it away. Newport just playing so quick.
Yellow, wait,
it's Matt O'Brien
on
the left foot. Big downfield now. What do Ponty have in the backfield? Good chase coming in from the Newport black and amber line. Dribble through. Richards is there. Gets the bounce up kindly. Back in field. Great charge down from Dale Stuckey. But everyone's onside from the charge down. Griffiths, the hooker. He's got some pace. Tackle coming in from Morgan Richards, but it's still with the home team. Here they come. O'Brien at 12. There's the little kick through from Will Reid. Does it go into touch? Yes, it does. And the bounce to the rugby ball, Kerry Sweeney, means that Newport just get a bit of a lucky break there.
Yeah, they've had a couple of lucky breaks now. It's just a bit unfortunate. Dale Suggy, great following up, exactly the kick that they wanted. A little contestable kick across the floor, but chasing every kick down, that's what you want. Just a bit fortunate for Newport, but I thought that he was going to go all the way himself here. They've got loads of pace.
Yeah, hooker Will Griffiths.
Hold!
He's only made 8 appearances for Newport, but scored 5 tries.
Okay.
And involved with Wales under 20s. Good exit line now coming in from Pontypridd. Newport really contesting that ball, but a little overzealous on that occasion.
You're fine.
And you think when they get in the 22, Kerry, Tyno Morris will just say, look, let's just apply some pressure. Let's not give penalties away. That's 2 now in the opposition's 22.
I think so, yeah, especially with the advantage they got of that wind, you know, behind them. It's all about creating points and building scores. You know, I think Pontypridd will be really happy so far, apart from the first couple of minutes off that score. But it's going to be really difficult for Pontypridd just to edge their way up the park.
Yeah, over that far stand side, that's the second kick from Jacob Lloyd. It hasn't got too much distance. There's difficult conditions over there. That's Nathan Hewish. We get a good view of his haircut and the line out.
Carried back. Black,
wait! Back in.
Wait!
As the scrum half rakes with a big kick. Elliot Fruin, he's lively, experienced. And a good kick chase coming in. And the counter ruck from Pontypridd. Newport are back there in numbers. And slow for Luke Crane. Will read a long pass. O'Brien. Oh, you had to knock that on. No, says the referee.
Who?
Richards, the fullback, in a bit of trouble, but it's still there.
Which team is orange? Yeah, well, yellow Newport.
I thought that was a hint of an offside, not a knock-on. I think we'll see that again.
The assistant referee came in with knock-on orange, and referee Ian Davis said,
just hold him there a second.
orange.
I'm just checking that tackle on yellow a second.
I think we're all finding it a bit difficult with the numbers, but
yeah, we
good
need to
pressure coming in from Pontypridd.
Yeah, I think that's that's really important when you're playing in conditions like this. Your kick chases become absolutely massive, and the contestable, your little 1%ers. You know, they don't normally you don't see a lot of, but it's little chases, just give everything in that. Little contestable kicks, going up, just getting in front of people.
Well, we're going to hear from the TMO here.
Okay, I'm at the screen when you're ready.
Okay, if you can show all the angles for me then, please.
Oh, clash of heads.
Okay, so we've got head contact by 6 black, is that right? Or 8 black, rather. Show me
Agree.
That again. Go back to that.
Okay, we're just going to freeze it on the point of impact for you, Ian.
Okay, got point of impact is head on head, I think.
Yeah, so the head on head, it is.
It's Joe Miles, number 8,
black 8
Kerry.
bent to the knees.
I think that's more accidental than anything. I don't think there's anything intentional there, is it? No, he's tried to tackle him.
For me, the tackler is bent, and so is the ball carrier.
Okay, so we've not got any foul play then.
For me, it is, yes, yellow card.
That is foul play.
They have a protocol now on foul play. It's head on head. That's the conversation the officials are having.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, so black penalty against him. Okay, just get the mark for me.
Doesn't look good for number 8, Joe Miles.
8, Chris. What we've got, just your 8 black has failed to drop significantly in height. Okay, he's therefore collided head with Elliot Fruin, head on head, but it's a yellow card because he is dropping in height as he comes into the tackle. Okay. So 8 black, please. 8, just head on head, okay?
Well, it's a yellow card.
It's a penalty.
A lot of people
Mark is on
nowadays
the 10-metre
seen that as a red, Kerry, but they've gone through the protocol, the officials, and Joe Miles will have 10 minutes in the bin.
Just head on head, yeah.
10-metre line, centre of the pitch.
It was Elliot Fruin that came in off his wing, jinking feet, and Joe Miles with the head collision. Pontypridd now down to 14 and against the wind. It's going to be a tough 10 minutes, Kerry.
Yeah, there will be, especially like I keep saying about this wind, I know, but it's Newport really dominating in possession and territory at the moment. Just looks so dangerous every time they got the ball. Like, see again, they've shortened this line out. I think it's down to a 6-man line out. Be interesting to see what they do.
Good line out throw again. Now then, what have Newport got? Their tails are up.
Tackle!
They have a 1-man advantage into midfield. Will Reid, was that forward? Little slip pass. Just hitting the gain line all of the time. Kyle Taylor, the open side, big hit coming in on the number 7, and still there with Newport. Cameron Lewis looks lively at 13. There it is for Crane. Oh, Elliot Fruin looked to come in off his wing on his shoulder. That was so nearly through the gap.
Yeah, they really look dangerous, don't they, Newport? They play with such pace. That ball's gone as soon as it's gone. Any ruck. You see guys coming off their wings looking for work as well. See him just come, nice little dart. Oh, that's half an inch passes behind him. Through that hole under the sticks.
I think number 4, James Little, for Pontypridd, was pretty happy that Elliot Fruin dropped that one.
I think so. Probably say he put him off.
It's that speed of ball. Luke Crane is whipping the ball from the tackle, and the runners are in position.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
So a forward down Pontypridd, opting not to have a flanker.
Nothing there at it.
Looks sharp though behind, don't they, Sean, Newport? So they got plenty of gas. They got a lot of creativity as well with O'Brien and Will Reid at 10 and 12, 2 ball players there. O'Brien plays 10 as well, so you know they can split the park up either side and play 2 10s. And they got plenty of pace.
Yeah, Matt O'Brien, the captain, 147 appearances, 942 points. He's pulling the strings with young Will Reid.
Crouch.
Yeah, it's got to know that Will Reid will learn a lot off him as well outside him. You know, that experience, he knows exactly what he's doing. He's a great operator at this level.
The shove comes in from Newport, and it was inevitable, really. Ponty, surprisingly, decided not to maybe put a centre on the side of the scrum just to add a bit more weight, and Newport recognised that and went for the jugular. And talking of going for the jugular, they've turned down the easy 3. They want the advantage, Kerry. They've got a man up. They've gone for the corner.
Yeah, I think so. And you know, Tyrone Morris talked earlier about how well their driving line went against Pontypridd last time they played you. So I expected to see a bit more of this actually throughout the game.
Complex line out, lots of movement, and Ponty get up. Great work by James Little at the front to tap it back. And it was touched in flight. That's great work from the visitors.
Yeah, done well there, just nicked that.
People often talk, Kerry, when supporters, when they come to a game like this, they see the assistant's flag about how many points is the wind? What would you say is the wind advantage?
It could be a 12 points maybe.
You heard it here, former Wales fly half.
12.
Kerry Sweeney saying a 12-point win.
But it does, it just changes your total mindset. When it's the wind is like, it changes your mindset in the game, and you do have to play a different way for 2 halves, obviously.
That was a good kick by Riggs. So good, in fact.
Great kick.
Josh Skinner caught it in and went into touch, so they'll get the line out, and that's a big plus against the wind down 1 man.
That is the way to play against the wind. Contestable kicks, box kicks. I've been here a long time, not long kicks. They've got plenty enough time to pick their spots. Driving line out again here. Just keep moving up that park, trying to get into a position to attack them.
Nathan Hewish in to James Little, who gets wrestled out of the line-out. Aggressive defence from Newport. They really want to take advantage of the extra man, but Ponty doing well at the moment. Up it goes from Jacob Lloyd.
It's a good kick.
Oh, wow, that's a clumsy challenge. I think it was Dale Stuckey.
Yeah, I think he just overran it slightly as that ball came down.
Good call.
Don't think we'll have any...
Very calmly, Ian Davis says it's just too early. And that's a great kick to touch. We're going to join Lauren Pittside with head coach of Newport, Tyrone Morris.
He's taken him
Ty,
out before he
start
put
with the
the ball.
positive, shall we? How's that for a start? Your first try in the first minute.
Yeah, fabulous start. We couldn't have asked for anything different, better really, to be honest with you. Everything accurate, everything we went through in the warm-up, so that was pleasing.
Slightly error strewn after that. What's it like watching? You frustrated as a coach, or are you thinking, look, carry on doing what we're doing and we'll get there?
It is a little bit frustrating. A couple of the moments are going against us. Scrum penalties, we've caught the ball out of touch here. But yeah, we haven't really got to change anything, I don't think.
And your take on the yellow card, and most importantly, how you're going to take advantage of it?
Well, fingers crossed we can get another 7 points from it.
Nothing came out.
Probably a good time to leave this chat here. Ty, thank you very much for catching up.
You're taking this man in front.
Well, pretty honest opinion there from Tyrone Morris. I think,
I'm not sure who it was.
as a former coach, he's probably won a little bit more advantage, Kerry. And
they might be.
you can see how eager his players are. They had a penalty advantage there. They didn't execute to score. But you have to feel they're going to go for the corner again here.
Yeah, you say that.
Yeah,
Sean, I know there's two trains of thought,
didn't
If you take the points that are on offer, I know it's a tough day. Kicking, we build that score, don't you? It kind of changes the dynamic of the game then, doesn't it? 7, 10, 13, and all of a sudden Pontypridd got to think, hang on, we're chasing the game. Trying to play for tries and, not just trying to get back in the game. And they take the game over to 2 scores.
To the back it goes.
That's fine.
That's a good setup coming in from Newport. Will Griffiths looking for his 6th try of the season at the back.
Change his spine.
It's gone to Lewis Jones now. The rumble is on, and over they go. Well, it was sort of inevitable. They went for the corner, and it was Lewis Jones who got his hands on it. He took it off Will Griffiths, the hooker.
Adam will have
and that one-man advantage and the call to the tail of the line paid off. Newport get their 2nd try.
I haven't seen any clear.
Certainly hasn't it, that one-man advantage.
Ian, just slow the kicker down a second.
This paid dividends so far. Scrum time man. Driving line out.
Okay.
A lot of pressure with a Newport, good Newport driving line out.
Yeah,
I'm going to check a potential knock-on from the ball carrier.
Okay.
Well, the TMO, Adam Jones, is in again. Suggested
Chris,
knock on.
If there's he's checking whether there's knock on. If it
Okay,
is,
Ian.
Apparently gives you a 4 for breaking his spine on the maul. Okay. Yes, Ad.
There is a knock on from yellow, so no try.
Okay, so I go back to my original panel. Yeah?
Correct.
Okay,
We have it.
I'll explain now.
There's a knock on. Adam Jones to TMO.
Chris, it's against your 4, yeah?
That's a great
knocked
spot
on in
from
goal.
the
apparently he's
the television match official Adam Jones, who's a good referee in his own right.
Couple in a row, yeah, you're right there. Good.
Got away with that.
In the maths class, Matt?
But it was penalty advantage for James Little slipping his bind in the maul, so they'll have another chance, and the call will be interesting here.
Just stay there, yeah, don't change.
I think it'll be same again.
Oh, wasn't you?
Without the shadow, though, this is going up the jumper.
Yeah.
Well, Will Griffiths has another chance. Lewis Jones ripped that ball off him, and it's competed in the air by James Little, having a great game in the line-out. Newport have regathered it. They build round the corner, the forward scope. It's there for Crane. Here come the big men. Well, Lewis Jones was deprived of a try with a knock-on. Garen Harris, who couldn't get over. Crane is caught.
Dicko. Dicko, no, back.
O'Brien comes in, plays 10. It's a big drive over the line, and he looks like he's got it down. Well, that's an opportunist effort coming in there. I can't quite see who it is that's got the try. I think it might be Rhys Jenkins.
All good, Ian.
Thank you.
Yeah, indeed, it is the blindside flanker. And, well, we said it before, Kerry. It was coming.
Yeah, thank you.
Well, O'Brien stepped in to play 9. Big Rhys Jenkins. Yeah, the ball is on the whitewash. That's good enough. And the former Cullinan Comp ex-club captain, 166 appearances for Newport, does finally get Newport's 2nd try.
He's been around a while. Rhys Jenkins has been a great servant to Newport RFC.
Will Reid just judges that inside the right-hand post, and there's the advantage of the extra man with the yellow card to Joe Miles. It was a solo effort from Rhys Jenkins. Dale Stuckey couldn't grab him at a first attempt, and it's 14 points to 0. the kick deep into David Smith. Good take from the right winger. Tricky one in these conditions. Crane. O'Brien now starting to step up, but that's not a great pass to Will Reid, trying to get him in some space. No knock on, says the referee. Newport now take it to the far side. Carry from Joe Bartlett. Slow ball now. Newport consolidate. Reid is back on his own line, but it's Crane takes it upon himself for the box kick. Well, that's a decent enough clearance.
Yeah, I think they'll be happy with that. I think Pontypridd just need to try and get on the scoreboard so far this half already. Just been a little bit disappointing in this area so far, where they've got a good opposition, good position, but lost a bit of lost their line-outs. Shorten the line-out again.
So Nathan Hewish. Oh, it's over the top. And it's claimed by Newport, the hack forward. I think it was Will Griffiths again. Such a lively hooker around the field. And what have Ponty got in the locker? Newport's defence, again, superbly organised. Ponty at the moment have no answer to the black and amber defence.
No, it was a big part of the game when I watched them early in the season. Although they lost that game, their defence was outstanding, and you know they didn't look like they had any weakness there at all. They were dropping and fanning and just manning up. Defence, they're doing exactly the same here. Very tough for Pontypridd to get any momentum or any yardage.
Yeah, no tackles being missed, and Ponty again are forced to kick it, and that's a mistake. It's straight out and a long way out. And that defensive pressure's telling, Kerry.
Yeah, it's putting a lot of pressure on Pontypridd. They just can't get anywhere. They're just going backwards all the time. No big carries, making any yardage, causing Newport any trouble at all. And Newport are just turning the screw at the moment.
Jacob Lloyd, the outside half of Ponty, former Wales under-18 goalkeeper in soccer. Well, put too much on that one. And it's a good line out again. In comes Cameron Lewis, the 13, sharing the load. Crane looks to come back to the short side. There's something on here.
Holding in the ruck there.
And
you're
well
holding
spotted by Ian Davis.
7, sorry. You're holding
the man down.
Trying to
the
create
dark
the hole
arts
on the
are still there.
I like this off Newport, man. I think they're looking very creative behind. You know, they set plays are really good. Switching the lineouts up, different numbers, 5, 6, and then attacking blind sides as well. Setting Pontypridd up in the middle, coming down that blind side. You know, like I say, the little dark arts there, but unfortunately didn't get away with it this time.
Well, we saw Wales on the weekend cleaning some penalties, holding players in subtly. Maybe Ian Davis was watching, but he certainly was watching the ruck there. Now Ponty towards the Newport 22. Hewish to Comedis to the front, competed well in the front there.
Carried back, yellow.
Big Joe Bartlett was coming into the game.
Still carried back.
Will Reid sends it to O'Brien, the trusty left foot. Has to go down the middle. Both the right and left side were covered by the Ponty back three. Dale Stuckey. He's got 4 Newport players around him on the chase.
Tackle!
So well organised, and they've ripped it. Now here's O'Brien, picks his head up. What's on for him? The pass out wide to Elliot Fruin, fights his way through. O'Brien plays 9 again. It's out the back to Will Reid. The crossfield kick. David Smith is there. It bounces into touch. But it's all action stuff from the home team, and Pontypridd are at 6s and 7s, Kerry.
Great option again though by Will Reid. Spots him, great from the young player, spots him out wide. Just unlike just a touch too long. Oh, an unlucky bounce there, I think. Nice little bounce he was in the corner, but great play by Newport again. You could see from the kick chase. 4 people chasing Dale Stuckey down.
James Little wins the line out. Ponty needed that one.
Time off.
Oh, look. Hopefully that's not too bad. Looked like he twisted his knee a little bit.
Oh, we never like to see that.
Joel, restart your scrum, man. Huh? You try rolling a breaking leg.
Well, it's a little bit of respite for the Ponty forwards in particular to get together, have a little chat.
Yeah, I'll try. I'll ask you.
See the experience of Chris Dickamidis, Christian Parker, the captain.
Matt?
He's trying to solve some problems, but you have to say, Kerry, Newport, they've looked lively, they've looked really tactically solid, and are good for their lead.
They are good for the league. I think Pontypridd just a little bit off the ball, really. Just, you know, they've got themselves into a couple of good positions in this first half so far, around the 22, but then just letting themselves down by just losing lineups, not really imposing themselves on the Newport defence then.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah, that's fine.
Thank you.
In the same way, mind, you also have to do the same for yourself.
Will Griffiths.
Yeah, he got a lively
hooker.
Yes.
Lewis Smoke comes on to replace him. Let's hope Will Griffiths is okay. He was having a good game, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was. He looked really lively. He looked more like a centre than a hooker with his pace and putting his foot on the ball.
He's been involved in the Dragons Academy.
Seconds, please! Hands on! Come on,
Crouch!
Set! Lift!
Bind!
Load!
Set!
Wow, that's a welcome relief for Pontypridd. New hooker, and Ponty win the penalty.
Just try and kill this clock a bit now as well with that 10-minute yellow card.
Oh yeah, right, Theo.
Jacob Lloyd, with a decent clearance.
Maybe just try and take the pressure off Jacob Lloyd a bit. We're asking him to kick, and it's very difficult as a 10 to kick in these conditions and with any real, authority. He's not going to be able to get any distance really. So maybe he needs Joel Rakers with his experience just to take over a bit. A couple of contestable kicks at box kick.
Great lineup, but it's just gone forward. It's a difficult take at the back for Callie James. He's going to try against Aberafon in the recent defeat, the 23-year-old, but just knocked forward again. Not the easiest of throws in tonight's conditions, but another chance for Newport. And I think, Kerry, you sense that it's all Newport. Ponty have really got into the Newport 22. I'm just beginning to wonder if 14 points is enough.
Yeah, I know, so I'm thinking now as well. Look, at the moment, it's just is it a case of, like you said, weather the storm and try and get in the sheds at half time in the second half.
Set.
Just try and hope and play for that wind a bit, and hopefully it does come right.
Ball's out. So.
Okay, here we go. It's Will Reid again. Up from fullback comes Di Richards.
You pulled away.
It's been all Newport. The approach play is something to behold, really, but they haven't had too much finishing. There's O'Brien with a show and go. Lovely play from the experienced man, and he's got the prop Lewis Jones, who just knocked over the line 5 minutes ago, but he gets his reward this time. Some fabulous play in the midfield from Matt O'Brien, the captain, and it's Lewis Jones, the ex-Merthyr RFC prop, who gets Newport's third try.
Just shows his quality there, doesn't he, O'Brien? Goes through a hole. Just a little show and go. Just watch it, picks it up. Little show and go. Lovely. He looks around both sides. Knows he got a support outside him. And finds it with Lewis Jones, or he glides over like a winger.
All good.
He'll be talking about that one for a while, Kerry. But you can see the experience of O'Brien. The scanning either side. Picked out his man in space. That's a fine try.
But what he's doing as well, he's coming around that corner. He's a second ball player, and he's running in the middle of two defenders. He's not running at someone. He's running at the middle, showing people the ball looking. He just gives him the old lion eyes there. That's what they call it. And, nice, lovely little dummy. Just goes through a hole and then links up with his outside players. That's a great try.
Shades of a young Kerry Sweeney back in the day. As Will Reid looks to add the conversion. He's hit the post this time. Just didn't get his sights right, but nonetheless, it's 3 tries for the home team. And here we see Matt O'Brien ghosting through. Look at the vision on him. Had options, to be fair.
Current score, Newport 19, Pontypridd 0.
Yep.
Well, it's actually Henry Palmer that we've got wearing 16 that has replaced the unfortunate Will Griffiths. And Pontypridd look a little desolate out there, Kerry. You know, what can they cling on to for the second half?
I think it's just try and get on that scoreboard before half time, and then get in there. Just change that 19 points. Just get it a bit lower. Go in second half and regroup. Go in first half. Come out second half, regroup, and then just try and impose themselves on this game. At the minute, they're just struggling to get anything on the Newport 15 at the moment, and just keep making mistakes.
Chance here then, right on the 22, left-hand side. Under pressure again. Rakes finds it difficult. Under pressure from his opposite man, Crane, who hacks it forward, and nothing's going right for Pontypridd at the moment. They're under pressure in all facets of the game.
No, our body language is a bit disappointing as well at the moment, looking at the boys out there. You know, someone needs to get hold of this. Chris Dickamidis, you know, plenty of experience. Christian Parker.
Yeah, Newport enjoying themselves at the moment. And it's not just one facet of the game. Without the ball, they've been really good and sharp with the ball.
Thank you.
As Hewish looks to go, finds Callie James, useful option. Now, here's number 8, Joe Miles, who's been off in the bin for 10 minutes for a high shot on Elliot Fruin. Up it goes. On 23 on is Joe Davis for Pontypridd. Reed. Fullback Di Richards, he's looked lively. Good tackle in midfield.
No.
Pass goes out.
9, wait.
O'Brien
7,
seems involved in everything at the moment. Fruin chases that one. And then again, Ponty pick their heads up. Just see a wall of black and amber up to the halfway. The little offload out the back that time. Little with a show and go. Dickamidis was on the outside. It's still in play from Rakes, and referee Ian Davis has seen a knockdown from Newport, and that's a little bit better from Pontypridd.
Yeah, nice little great little break by Joe Miles. A lovely offload as well, so they're just moving the ball a bit there, Pontypridd the last couple of phases. So they'll be a bit buoyed by the fact they're actually starting to impose themselves a little bit on Newport.
Yeah, when you're ready, yeah. Don't wait for him, Chris, or are we going to go? Wait for him. Time off.
Well, little injury.
Yeah, well, they got propped on injured, right?
To Tom Harper.
That's that?
Joe Davis, 23 for Pontypridd, is actually on for Kerry Morris, the centre. So a bit of a reshuffle. Dale Stuckey looks like he's gone into midfield. Joe Davis on the left wing. Now then, oh, it's another lost line out for Ponty. Just when they got themselves in the 22.
Knock on yellow.
But Newport actually knocked that one on. It's a respite for Ponty, and as Kerry, you said, 5 minutes to go, use their chance.
Use their chance, but they just got to try and be positive here and just let's have a go and let's get on our scoreboard. Again, another thrown line out, which is I think that's been really disappointing so far by Pontypridd. They just they've got in some good positions and our line out's just fallen to pieces.
So it looks like Bradley Roderick has gone from 13 to the 12 position with
Crouch.
Dale Stuckey and a bit more gas at 13.
Set.
And will they use him here?
Okay.
Oh, you'd fancy your chances here, Kerry, wouldn't you? As a 10 in this position, full back line at his disposal.
Okay, the
moment, full back line.
we're always up and down.
The gas to Pontypridd they've got as well behind. You know, they haven't really imposed themselves at all against
which
trying to isolate one of these defenders.
Mainly on this side, yeah?
Probably me trying to isolate Matt O'Brien here, but 10 playing at 12.
Crouch! Bind!
Joe Miles at 8 might have something to say about that, Kerry. Yeah. We'll see. Solid scrum is the first thing Pontypridd need, and they've done part 1 right. Indeed. Miles, he yields. Oh, big run coming in from Jacob Lloyd, the outside half. He went at O'Brien. Now, can Ponty build? They're looking for some big ball carries in there. This Newport defence has been resolute. All of the game comes back the other way. Lloyd looks again. He's spooked inside, and Newport are all over that. And they're offside. They're building some pressure.
6.
Decision time here. Do you take the points and get on the scoreboard, or do you go to the corner? I think they'll go to the corner, being more than 2 tries ahead. Be nice to go in with the try. Oh.
3 minutes till half-time.
That's not the best, either.
It wasn't. He kicked that backwards, but I think
see the wind there.
The assistant's been quite kind to him there, but it's still a chance. Now then, can we get all the experience of Christian Parker, Chris Dickamidis?
See if we can get the first bit right first with the line-out.
Well, they've gone for a complex little handoff from back to front. They're trying to test that Newport defensive maul at the front. And they edge him forward. Ponty, this will be a welcome score just before half-time. Parker, who seems to have it, but he's wrestled to the floor. 3, 4, 5 Newport players again, and that's been a characteristic of the first half. Awesome defence from the home team.
Awesome defence again. They just got in there, didn't they? Wrapped Christian Parker up. He's no small guy, by the way.
No, there's about a minute and a half left.
That's exactly what you want off your second row. Someone just being an absolute nuisance in that driving maul, getting in where he shouldn't be.
About a minute and a half.
Big guy.
Joe Bartlett, former Risker RFC and Evo Vale.
Better height, that one.
Signed in 2016, 76 appearances for Newport now.
Yeah, he's a big old unit. That's exactly what you want him to do. Get amongst it, big and
legally,
honourable.
man, Chris, yeah. Legally, of course.
Well, 3 tries in this first half. Newport have been very impressive. Tyrone Morris's team showing why they're
no, there's a minute and a half to go.
Unbeaten in the Indigo Welsh Premiership, 3 out of 3. And they won 8 out of 10 in the Premiership Cup case, so they've got plenty of form this season.
They have, and to be honest, they're a nice team to watch at the minute. I think Tyrone has got something going pretty good here, and they seem to be getting better. They've got some nice players all over the park, and just seems to be getting a good blend of attack and defence, and you know, they've been good for that 19 points.
Well, we were talking before about the first game of the season. The Ponty actually beat Newport, but only 9 of tonight's 23 featured in that game, so he's evolving his squad as well.
I think he is, yeah, and it's you know, he's very enthusiastic at the moment. Tyrone, a young coach who's looking to do well, and he's certainly put his stamp on his team, and they're looking good for it.
Crouch, bind, set.
Cracking footage of the Newport Stadium there as Newport get the penalty in their own left-hand corner. It just about sums up Ponty's first half. 3 tries to 0 down.
1 minute. 1 minute.
19-0 with a minute to go to half-time.
1 loss is by.
Yeah, I think they're good for that 19 points. Like we said, they've been at the front of everything that's been good at this half. You know, they've been quick. They've moved the ball really well. They've passed the ball, and you know, the key players have got involved in certain areas, and they've come up with their own trumps this half.
Very clever how Matt O'Brien, experienced 12, has stepped in a lot and bought some time for Will Reid.
It does, and it takes a bit of pressure off him, doesn't it? Because he can do that as well, and he can play as another 10, and it just, leaves him free then, just to worry about his own game.
Last chance in the first half then. Joe Miles, the turnover line out
from the knock.
Jacob Lloyd, great ball there. Stuckey, the experience of 31-year-old, beats 2 defenders deep into the 22 of Newport now. This is the chance that Ponty had been waiting for. Oh, big hit coming in again
Advantage.
Newport's defence, but it's a penalty, says Ian Davis.
You're coming the wrong way. Roll out the other way.
Just not rolling away.
Roll.
Big
Yeah, you got time.
Josh Skinner that time. Actually, it was Ben Rogue. Shakes his head.
Time is yours now,
disagrees now. The clock's gone red. And you feel Kerry Sweeney, the Pontypridd, they have to score here.
They need to come away with something here. You know, obviously it looks like it's going to be up the jumper stuff again. They can't let Joe Bartlett get involved in this at all.
It goes to the skipper, Christian Parker.
Offside,
a good
yellow.
lineup. They've got an advantage, a free shot.
4.
You called it, Kerry. It was that man Bartlett again.
The ball over there, you're fine, straight to the middle. What you can't do is step over the line, you're offside. Yeah, but you still can't cross the line till the lineout's ended, yeah? Offside of the line, 4 yellow.
Well, we've seen a lot of teams in modern rugby take a tap penalty there.
Yeah.
And build some sort of like a third set piece, but, you know, Ponty, they're pretty persistent.
They're still fancying their chances, I think, to get this driving line out. Be interesting to see if Newport actually go with them.
They've gone for a funny.
Inside the 5.
Didn't get off the floor. It's a quick maul. It's a rolling one. They're just barely 2 meters short. It's a bit of a stalemate.
It's at the back, though. It's at the back, and it looks nice and controlled.
Here, Wish.
Just keep it in there.
Gets joined in by Dickamidis, the experience. Here come the Ponty forwards. In go James Little. Can they get the score? They've kept it moving. Newport are holding firm.
That's what my arms have to go.
The referee's got his arm out again, and he's going to go to his pocket.
Yellow card.
Who is it? Well, he warned Big Joe Bartlett.
Huh? He changes by
just before that one.
Cumulative, no.
It's a cumulative yellow.
Oh, he hasn't, does he? No.
Changing his
I thought he had his hand in his pocket.
Yeah, he's gone.
He has gone.
Kyle Taylor has gone.
See him go then, sorry.
He'll spend the first 10 minutes of the second half.
It could be a big
score. Game on.
Game on. I think they can score. You desperately need to score, and then the first 10 minutes of the second half could be very interesting.
They need to win the ball. Dickamidis is tapped back. Oh, what a great ball there from Rhys Jenkins. And it could go down the other end. We've seen how dangerous Newport are. Brian puts his left foot on it. It's a foot race. There's plenty of gas out there. Who's going to win that race? Oh, great covering there by, I think it was Cole Schwanak, the debutant. And Newport swarm all over it. They counter-wreck over that ball. Have they got it back? Desperate stuff at the end of the first half. The clock's in the red. Luke Crane goes himself, fancies a chance. With 2 minutes, 40 seconds in overtime. O'Brien to Will Reid. There's space on the outside. Who's going to get it? It's the right winger, David Smith. And after all that Pontypridd pressure, the yellow card to Kyle Taylor. It's Newport who get the bonus point try in overtime. And you can't take your eyes off this one.
You can't, but it all, again, came back from a Pontypridd mistake up on the 5 metre line, and fair play to Newport. They've just seen where the space is. They moved the ball to the space. Another great option by Matt O'Brien. Puts a foot the ball, knows everyone is behind him chasing, and they just swamp Pontypridd with pressure.
Wow, what a breakout it was. And O'Brien and Reid have been involved in everything. A lovely final pass, and David Smith, after desperate defence coming in, just had to dive over former Wales Sevens and Wales under 20s winger. 10 appearances, 2 tries. That's his 3rd of the season.
They fill in a field well as well, Sean, aren't they? They just always seem to have people in space and just finding nice silky passing, just getting into them areas where there's no defenders.
That's a killer blow for Ponty. Will Reid. He needs to fade this one in left or right, and he hasn't done it. It's light relief for Pontypridd, but it's 4 tries in an eventful first half of the Newport Stadium. Second in the Indigo Premiership. Tyrone Morris's side lead Pontypridd at half-time, 24 points to 0. And Pontypridd have it all to do in the second half. And the moment of the half, there were 4 tries to pick up, but Matt O'Brien's show and go. And it was Lewis Jones, the prop on his outside. Great play from the experience centre. Sent the loose head over. Let's go down to Lauren with Matt O'Brien now.
Matt, what a way to finish that first half, securing the bonus point just before the whistle. How delighted are you with that performance?
Yeah, chuffed, yeah. I think to go the length of the field last play of the game with 14 men, I think that shows what we're about as a side, and yeah, really happy to go in with a bonus point already, but obviously the job's still not done, yeah.
That was obviously the fourth try you're talking about. Talk us through the third try, your little dummy. I imagine you're a player who really likes to lead by example.
The showing slow, yeah, it's not often I go through a hole, so I've got to make the most of it. You know it's bad when the loose head props on your shoulder. But no, yeah, I just love playing. We're having a bit of fun tonight, so yeah, hopefully it continues in the second half.
What is the challenge now for you in the second half?
A little bit of a breeze, so we'll be playing into that. We've fallen off a couple of games throughout the season, probably guilty of overplaying a little bit, sort of the brand we want to play, but just making sure now that we don't get into sort of a dogfight where it becomes a low-scoring game and let Ponty back into it, because they're a very good side, despite the scoreline at half-time. So.
Matt, go and join your team.
All right, cheers, thank you.
You're looking for a raffle ticket on a green ticket, and the winning numbers this evening are green 221 to 225. So green 221 to 225. If you want to make your way to the announcers box or find any of the committee to claim your prize. Our next game is away in the Indigo Group Premiership up at Evervale next Thursday evening, Thursday the 24th of February.
Mae nhw wedi falle gorwarau yn llefydd, ond ar yr un pryd mae Pontypridd yn un peth.
Dechrau perffaith i gas David. Luke Crane yn sgorio o fewn y munud agoriadol.
Ie, yn sicr, ie, dechrau perffaith yn dyfed. Ni'n gweld fan hyn jyst eto, jyst yr eisiau ar llefyd i mynd amdani, gweld y bylchyd, gweld y fagle, a wedyn gyda gweledigaeth ar y tu fewn, jyst cymorth bendigedig gan y mewnwr, ond jyst codi'r tempo pob tro, jyst defnyddio'r ffigwredwyr, a wedyn eto jyst trad bert.
Traed Cam Lewis, doedd yn te fewn tu allan.
A cyflymder pŵer, jyst a wedyn fel wedi si, jyst y cefnogaeth gan y mewnwr i sgodi'r cais na. Nath hwnna falle jyst, hwnna oedd stori'r gêm, jyst ceisio codi'r tempo, a yn anffodus i Pontypridd yn ddiffylu aros gyda nhw.
Wedyn Joe Miles yn derbyn Cerdyn Melyn i Pontypridd yn ddrwg i waith, ac yn amlwg yn ti'n anodd iawn i'w dîm o fych chi'n meddwl penderfyniad yna.
Ie, oedd Pontypridd yn dechrau cael y goruchafiaeth yn y sgrym. Mae'n anffodus, jyst falle diffyg disgyblaeth. Oedd y chwaraewr yn mynd i lawr ychydig, falle gallu di gweud ni, neu na, chi'n gwybod?
Gen i ddeud beth isio.
Ond na, diwedd y dydd, mae pawb yn gwybod y reolau. Mae rhaid i chi fod llawer yn fwy isel mewn i'r tacl yna. Yn enwedig pan yn mewn gyda'ch ffen hefyd. So, ath hwnna yn ei herbyn nhw. A o'n nhw'n dechrau cael y goruchafiaeth falle ymlith y blaenwyr, ond gyda dim ond 7 dyn, mae fyny yn anodd yn dweud.
Ie, mi oedd rhywun yn hanner meddwl lle bod Cardyn Coch ar y ffordd ar y chlysur yna. Yr ail gais Rhys Jenkins, tra bod Miles oddi ar y cae, cas newydd yn ei bod nhw angen neud, ond cymryd mantais o'r dyn ychwanegol na.
Ie, a eto ni'n wedi gweud, mae'n holl bwys i cael chwaraewyr profiadau fel Rhys Jenkins ar y ca a chwaraewyr eraill, bod nhw yn cymryd fantais pan mae rhywun yn y fynd. Felly, ni'n gweld fan hyn, just pa mor ymynedd sydd gyda nhw, just yn neud yn siŵr bod nhw yn neud y pethau syml yn iawn, a wedyn Rhys Jenkins, just gyda'r dealltwriaeth, gwybod beth i'n neud, gwybod bod e'n pwerus, bod e'n nerthol, penderfynol i croesi llun y gais yna.
I'n deud yn y sylwebaeth, Rhys Jenkins yn chwarae i ddegfed tymor i Cas Newydd, efallai dyma'r tymor gyra oll yn y clwb Cas Newydd yn arbennig o dda. Ond Lewis Jones, bron efo groesi yn y gêm, yn y sgarmau symudol, gollwn y bêl, di hangfa ei hun yn bersonol fan hyn, mae'n cael cynnig arall i sgorio. Ie,
yn sicr, ie. Ni'n gweld gwaith bendigedig fel Matt O'Brien di wneud trwy'r gêm i gyd, a wedyn just, oedd e'n edrych lan i gweld pwy oedd yn cefnogi fe, oedd e'n fel ti wedi gweud, oedd e'n meddwl bod falle y canolwyr neu'r ysgellwyr oedd yna, ond y prop yn edrych i wneud lan am y camgymeriad cynnig pan nath gollwng y bil dros y llinell gais, felly na gwaith wych gan y prop.
Ie, mae'n gweld yr opsiynau o gwmpas O'Brien, dyna sy'n creu y gwagledd efo i fynd trwy'r bwlch sy'n ar gael. Ond y pwynt bonus wedi selio yn y symudiad ola'r gêm, wel, hoelan allan arch Pontypridd, y symudiad yn mynd o un pen i'r cae i'r llall.
Ie, unwaith eto, Rhys Rodriguez siŵr o fod ymlaeth y hyfforddwyr, ond eto ni'n gweld just y ffordd mae Casnewydd yn môr clinigol ar y foment, just yn cadw ei ymynedd, mynd trwy'r cymalau, a just fel wedys i, just rhyddhau yr ysgallwyr y tu allan.
Reit, mae Lauren wedi cael bach fwy o gwmni. Pwy sefyll chi, Lauren?
Diolch Owen. Wel, dau aelod o gymuned clwb Casnewydd, Rhys Jones, sef rheolwr cyfryngau cymdeithasol, a David Watkin, the Chief Executive of the Veteran Club. David, I'll come to you in just a moment. Ond Rhys, na i ddechrau gyda ti, fel y siaradwr Cymraeg mae heno. Mae'n braf bod nôl yn dywe. Mae wedi bod yn dymor weddol stop-start, rwystredig, lot o gemau'n cael ei gohirio. Pa mor neis yw fel rheolwr cyfryngau cymdeithasol y clwb i weld fach o rygbi?
Wel, o fy safbwynt i yn bersonol, mae'n neis cael rhywbeth i drydar am y bod yn onest, a rhywbeth i postio am y cyfryngau cymdeithasol. Ond na, fel clwb mae fe'n wych i bod nôl, a just gweld tymor bach o rygbi achos yn amlwg mae Covid wedi cael tymor bach o effaith ar y tymor hyd yn hyn. Ond mae'n braf bod nôl, mae'n braf gweld lot o gefnogwyr yn troi mas heno, so gwych.
A sôn i ni bach am dyroldeb, dwi lot yn haws pan mae Casnewydd yn perfformio ar y cae?
O, wrth gwrs, mae wastad, ni wedi cael tymor gwefreiddiol ar hyn o bryd o bod yn dig, so mae wastad yn gwneud fy job fi chydig bach yn haws. Ond, mae'r boes ar y cae yn gwneud yr holl siarad, a dwi jyst yn ceisio gwneud fy ngorau i roi tymor bach o hwb oddi ar y cae fel bethau. A creu bach o cyffro a cynnwrf o gwmpas y gemau. Gemau yma yn cymryd lle mewn cartre newydd. Parc Sbyty, mae lot o bobl yn nabod y lle, fel Stadiwm Casnewydd yw ei enw swyddogol. Y lleoliad cae newydd yn rhywbeth ti'n croesawu? A di wir, ers ni symud ma, dechrau'r tymor dwi'n credu rhywbeth fel yna nawr. Mae'r profiad ma wedi bod yn anhygoel. Wrth gwrs, mae fe'n bwysig iawn cadw tymor bach o gysylltiad ar hen Rodney Parades, wrth gwrs, ond na, mae'r cartref ma wedi bod yn hwb mawr i ni y tymor ma, a wrth gwrs mae'r chwarae ar y cae wedi dangos i ni hefyd, so gwych. Yn
sicr. David, I'll bring you in, the Chief Executive of the Veteran Hub here at Newport. Tell us a bit about what that means.
Okay, thanks for having us today. So Newport Veterans Hub opens every Thursday, 3 till 8 at Newport Stadium. We also run weekly activities on the Thursdays, 5 till 6 for veterans and their families, just over at the Newport Velodrome next door. We provide support as well as a social meet for everyone, and we also have free access to tickets with Newport RFC and Newport County. And we've had some great success with Newport County, and we're now looking to expand that and develop that with Newport RFC as well. So it's pretty exciting times, really.
And what sort of feedback have you had in terms of what it's giving back to the community? Was it something you thought of during the pandemic?
Yeah, so we founded in November 2019, just before the pandemic, and then obviously lockdown hit in March. We continue to support veterans and families through social media platforms. And it grew quite a bit then, and then we became more established and reopened during the pandemic as an essential service. I believe at one point we were the only place open in Newport for face-to-face support, and we had a lot of people come to us for help. So then we've just been growing and expanding the services on offer, and we're run by a team of volunteers, just like the Newport RFC, so we've got a lot in common. And we're looking to see what more we can do. We've just opened up an allotment at Lady Hill, just off Orway, and there's plenty more coming in the pipeline as well, so we're quite excited.
Thank you very much both for giving us your time this evening. A ni yn clywed bod cwpl o veterans yma yn y dorf hyn, a digon o gefnogwyr, cannoedd o gefnogwyr yma hefyd. Yn amlwg, mae'r awch yma ar gyfer rygbi byw yn Nos Iau, Owain.
Gweld Casnewydd a'r gymuned i gyd at ei gilydd i. Mae'r tîm yn dod o'r cae yn fras iawn. Be mae'n Ponting yn neud yn y hanner yma?
Wel, mae'n rhaid i fod yn effro yn dyfe, achos mae siwgament o bygwrth gyda Casnewydd, felly mae fe'n mynd i bod yn tipyn o toc yn caled i nhw yn yr ail hanner yma.
Yndi, mae'n ail dicyn bach yn caled yn ail hanner yma. I Pontypridd, yr awel Pontypridd.
4 tries down, 24-0, in what was a difficult first half. Newport were, I have to say, pretty excellent. We don't have a referee just yet for the second half, finishing his warm cup of half-time tea. Both teams eager to get on with this one. And you can just imagine Justin Bonnell's conversation with his players at half-time. They missed a huge opportunity to get a score at the end of the first half, and it was Newport who broke away for David Smith to score in the corner and get the bonus point try. Now, the elements were slightly in the favour of the home team in the first half. And can Pontypridd make the most of the slight breeze at their backs? Just looking to see if there are any replacements. Looks like number 19 for Pontypridd is on, Jack Pope. Already had Joe Davis on, with Kerry Morris leaving the field.
Matt, right? Left, you said?
Also a change with Jack Walker coming on for Nathan Hewish. So Ian Davis gets us underway in the second half. 24-0 to Newport. I'm expecting something a little bit different from Pontypridd this half. O'Brien instrumental in the first half. And here come Ponty. Deep already trying to use that advantage. Fullback Di Richards is there. Runs it back. Neglects kicking against what we think is a pretty stiff breeze down there. And it's business as usual. Reid to O'Brien. He shows, he looks to pass. He's caught this time. Still going, O'Brien. He's really led from the front.
First man.
It's stolen by Pontypridd. Here's a chance. Christian Parker, the captain, into the 22. And their tails are up early in this second half. Jacob Lloyd. Now then, what can Pontypridd do to this Newport defence? And replacements are on and getting involved heavily. It's there for Rakes. The big man, Tom Harper, the tight head, has to wrestle the ball back. Rakes again. Here's Jacob Lloyd, the outside half. There's Bradley Roderick out the side door, the kick through. And that's just a little too firm. But straight away, Kerry Sweeney, who joins me. A bit of enterprise from the visitors.
You can see it straight from the start. That's a great start by Pontypridd there. Hopefully a few choice words in that dugout at half-time by Justin Bennell, no doubt. Yeah, no, he certainly wouldn't have been happy with the first half performance, but the good thing is there's another 40 minutes in front of them here, and they can just turn this around.
I just noticed here, Kerry, that Kerry Morris, the 12, is back on the field. He's got a headband on.
Yeah, I think he must have had a head cut. That's why he went off.
So
and
he's back on for Joe Davis, wearing 12, of course. Partnering up with Bradley Roderick in the midfield. The high one. Under it is Christian Parker, the captain. He's been one of Ponty's best players tonight. Here's Jack Walker, the replacement. Hooker with the first carry. Jacob Lloyd goes to the air for Dale Stuckey to be under. Difficult night for back three players. It's with Newport. And Luke Crane has really enjoyed himself tonight.
Advantage.
Just overdoing it a little bit on that occasion. Garen Harris, and here's a chance now. Dickamidis, the 37-year-old. He's not going to go all the way from halfway, surely. Ball in one hand.
Advantage over from the knock.
Now then, a bit more impetus coming from Pontypridd in their ball carries. Jacob Lloyd. Rakes, scoots a little bit, finds a little half gap himself. It's more like it from the scrum half. Kerry Morris now with headband and all back on the field. Definitely a little more direct from Ponty. There's Cole Swanak, the debutant. Here's the number 8, Joe Miles, into the 22. Just stumbled over a little bit. Rakes, much better from Pontypridd. Rakes again, gets quicker ball. Jacob Lloyd at the back. Here's Kerry Morris everywhere early in the second half. Bradley Roderick, his co-centre, has to clean out, does a good job. Lloyd again pulling the strings. Dickamidis all of a sudden is in the game, but there's a jackal over the ball. Still with Rakes. At the back this time, full-back Morgan Richards is up there. Looks lively, show and go. Desperate tackle, he gets the offload. Dale Stuckey gets the try. And the touch judge is in.
Knock on.
Great play from Pontypridd.
I think that's exactly what they want to do, isn't it? You can see a bit more pace, definitely a bit more impetus in them at the first couple of minutes. You know, actually putting Newport under a bit of pressure. You can see them. Newport boys starting to actually blow a little bit. Yeah, it just gets unlucky. Great little outside break by Morgan Richards. Stands Cam Lewis up. Oh no, not Cam Lewis, sorry. Just unfortunately, just knocks it on. It's a great little stand-up. Gets outside him. Oh, he has the ball hit out of his arm, actually. It's great defence.
It's a great tackle from Cameron Lewis, isn't it? 13, getting back to just put a big enough hit in on Morgan Richards. And Stuckey was all but in. But that's exactly the start Justin Bennell would have wanted to this second half. Long way back, but long way to go.
Correct. Still be, as long as there's a chance there, I'm sure these boys will keep on going till the last minute, but exactly the start they want, just to put Newport under a bit of pressure, just stress them. You know, just a little glint there that we can come back and win this, boys. Got a couple of minutes left as well with another 6 minutes left, probably with a yellow card just to try and impose get a score.
Yeah, Kyle Taylor, the open side for Newport, infringed in overtime of that first half. So still 5 minutes or so, we think, on that yellow card.
Bind!
So big scrum.
Early black.
And that's a silly penalty. They won't be happy with that one. Early engagement and relief for Newport, and of course they're inside their 22. Kerry, they can just clear their lines.
Yeah, but that's a free kick, isn't it? So they'll be getting the ball back, I think. So I don't think that'll be going too far. It's another start again. Been an Achilles heel really the first half, on any opportunity they've had at the line out. Kind of let them down every time they got to a good attacking position. So you see they've swapped hookers for the second half.
Yeah, we did talk at the end of the first half about how many lineouts they went for, kept knocking at the door.
Advantage,
and
yellow,
then again we see
the
a mistake in the lineout. And this Newport side,
Advantage is
when their
over.
tails it up, they want to play Cameron Lewis. And both centres have looked good in different ways tonight. Nice little half break from Luke Crane.
High
He's
tackle,
been good.
penalty only
Ryan
against
stepped in at
Black,
line so many
13.
times.
Okay, penalty only, high tackle, 13 black.
They've got an advantage with a high tackle.
Where's Mark Adger, is it?
Keep going towards 22, 2 metres
Bradley Roderick
outside
with a
it.
high shot. And
I think he had him on a bit of a seatbelt tackle there.
penalty, isn't it?
Just where you are now.
A bit of a seatbelt tackle round the neck.
19, Jack Cook.
Here it comes.
Just see, yeah, just one of them. Just a bit of badly timed, bit of bad technique.
It's,
just goes to show, he's just showing, you know, Cam Lewis is causing a lot of trouble out there.
As a former coach, Kerry, and I coached you as well, I get frustrated. You feel like just drop your height and tackle on the legs. You know, it's a silly penalty the Ponty have given away.
Contest
Easy penalty as well. It's nothing worse, is it, than piggy banks up the pitch. You just think, you know, it's no need for it. Just take the tackle, let the team go through another phase. Try and force them into a mistake.
Especially when you got one-man advantage, isn't it?
Yeah.
Black 5, Dicko. You're 5.
Jack Pope on that occasion. Number 19 on in the second half. And the seconds tick away. And Chris Stickamidis leaves the field. Kai James comes on.
No.
Let's go. Let's go.
Well, 37-year-old and 369 appearances then. 48 minutes is probably enough, Kerry.
No, he should be playing 80. Just lazy.
Crouch.
He's hard enough. I don't think he's too happy, man. Looking at his face there.
Set.
Yeah, he's coming up to a commentary position.
6 of you, come here. 6 of you.
There's a front row chat from Ian Davis. Let's have a listen.
In you come. Guys, these scrums cannot continue as they are. Okay, we get better height, we get better stability. You keep your height level, you're up and down too much. Okay? And I want both tight head square and both loose head, nice high binds. Let's go.
Better on engagement, I would say that.
Yeah, yeah.
That's pretty clear from Ian Davis. There's a couple of newbies in there in this second half, so just setting his stall up.
Neither front row are doing anything ever wrong, though, are they? It's always the other one's fault.
Do they ever listen to what the rest say?
No, I don't think they do. Just go and do whatever they want again.
You've got to feel the Newport fancy their chances here, you know.
Bind!
That 10-12 axis, Cam Lewis at 13.
Yeah, well, they've certainly, every time they've had a bit of ball, you know, they've really gone at it, haven't they? With intensity. Great scrum again.
It's an all-court game from Tyrone Morris's side at the moment we're witnessing, and we talked about the back line being in position, but they just went for it up front. We'll read. This seems to be the side of the field that you can get a little bit more distance. And he chisels it into the 22. It's a decent kick.
Okay.
Just turn the screw there, don't he? Just see him putting it on. He's
1 and 3 black.
Just sheared off, so to speak, the Pontypridd front row.
Yellow back, Joe, or not? Yeah, he can. Go on, bring him on. Yeah, he's on there. I'll find out now, Chris, because they got
Ben Stevens now after that scrum has been put into the front row in place of Tom Devine for Pontypridd, and Newport are back up to a full complement as well as Kyle Taylor resumes. There we go, Henry Palmer, the replacement hooker, is waiting at the back of that maul. It's a patient build-up from Newport. Extremely well organised.
That's one
Ponty
stop.
doing all they can there.
He's allowed there.
Jack Pope, little chip over the top. Oh, it's well read by Morgan Richards. That was a dangerous play.
Yeah, well read by Morgan Richards there, because he would have started with his defensive responsibility starting to migrate. Great kick as well. It's a great kick.
Oh, it's well taken too by Luke Crane. Nothing's going right for Pontypridd. Di Richards. Good follow-up this time by Pontypridd.
Good counter.
Taking a leaf out of Newport's book, and indeed the side entry means a penalty. And off they go. Rakes wants to take it quick. They need some speed in the game.
No, he's fine. He's pulled over.
Brian's back there.
No, stay on.
Still with Ponty. Joe Miles. Rakes. Jacob Lloyd into midfield. The clear-out comes from Ben Stevens. Rakes really pulling the strings now. Oh, little handle. Jack Walker through. He's got a bit of gas for a hooker. This is more promising from Pontypridd. They need support. Rakes a little show and go. They've got the advantage now. Much better from the visitors.
Got a number
it's
of the guys
Dale Stuckey who plays at scrum
14,
half. Jacob
14.
Lloyd out the back. Morris gets it to Roderick, the long pass to Cole Schwanak. He's beaten one man. Can he beat the last? No, what a tackle coming in.
14 yellow.
Well, it was a try-saving tackle from Elliot Fruin. They had the advantage, but
14.
Rakes speeding the play up, Kerry Sweeney.
Yeah,
much more like
I think they're just starting to find little holes in Newport's defence where they just hit in the middle of the field and bouncing back down that blind side. That's where he's finding the little holes there. The front row forwards. Great little vision by Joe Rakes, just bouncing back down there.
Well, this resulted in a yellow card for try scorer Davis Smith. And he was offside, and Ian Davis not tolerating
1 and 3
that.
yellow.
No, and I think he's right there, but he's probably taking one for the team there. Just he stopped 7 points. So it'll be interesting to see now where the Pontypridd can just capitalise on this one man down again as they bring the changes on Newport for some fresh legs. But a great break by Jack Walker. Showed his pace as well for the hooker.
Didn't he just? So Lewis Smout is now on.
Okay, time on.
And that's more like it from Ponty. A little funny down the front. Jack Walker, can he get in the corner? No, he can't. Well, it was the little front peel.
I've never been a fan of the front peel. It never seems to ever work, that funny one round the front.
No. So many things have to go right, and Henry Palmer was alive to it, but Ponty have got it back. They're really trying to contest everything now. The counter comes in from Newport. It's been a factor of their play tonight. And now Newport have it back again. Dan Suter is on, the former Ospreys and Dragons tight head. Good tackle coming in from James Little. Crane looks for protection from Lewis Smoke. And Ponty just trying that little bit too hard. They're desperate to get into the game, Kerry. And just when they do, give that little penalty away.
Just can't get break that line, can they? Just doing enough Newport all the time. Great defence. Just little counter-rucks now, just trying to be just being horrible around that breakdown, causing Pontypridd trouble.
Second.
Just dying for each other. Just see they actually stole it, got a great ball through. Win the line out, but then great counter-attack. Again by Rhys Jenkins.
It's Kai James again. That's his second one in a row that he's stolen. Big impact. Jacob Lloyd fizzes the left-hander. It's the bounce pass. Bradley Roderick, Dale Stuckey looking to get involved. Hey Richards, last line of defence.
Knock on the yellow or charge down?
Yeah, he's covered himself well, hasn't he, as well? In them
50
wide
on the ground, knock on. Okay, thank you.
areas.
Scrum.
And it's a mark of a side, Kerry, isn't it? That they're 4 tries up, comfortably in the lead, but you know you can still see how desperate they are to defend and keep Pontypridd out.
They are. I think we're seeing the start of a really good side. You know, a group of players in Newport. You know, they can all see that they really want to play for each other. They're playing some really good rugby. They play with pace. I think there's some really good players out there.
Credit to Tyrone
Crouch.
Morris, James Dixon, Sam Hobbs,
Bind.
Stuart Lawrence, the coaching team at Newport. There's a new set of front row players on there. Dan Suter wearing 18 for Newport. Nicknamed Sausage.
I wonder why that is.
It's because his dad's a butcher. So there you go. I drew you into that, Sweeney.
Pete the Meat.
Pete the Meat.
He's a butcher.
Crouch.
Peter Edwards, former Scarlet.
Bind.
No. Hope he's watching.
Set.
Now then, Pontypridd, right-hand side, just inside the 22, and the referee in Davis. He won't tolerate this anymore.
6 of you. I'll make this absolutely clear. This next scrum goes down, 2 of you are gone. Understood?
Naughty
you
boys.
decide which 2.
Here's a naughty
Stay
boy
up and none of you will go. Scrum.
You can guarantee this one isn't going.
Onus is on you.
This will be the
clue,
most
it's not going to be
passive scrum
okay.
we've seen tonight. Which will suit Pontypridd
There's a
because they're in a
50-50
good
chance
attacking
you take this
position
down.
here.
You're gone. Crouch.
He's getting annoyed, Ian Davis.
Set. Stay up.
And there's the pressure from Newport. Good pick-up coming in from Joe Mike. Did so well on a retreating scrum.
He's worked hard tonight, Joe Myers. He's carried hard. You know, with one of the best balls sometimes, and he's made a good few yards.
Yeah, he has. Yellow card earlier, trying to make up for it. Pontypridd have the penalty. Carry in midfield by Kerry Morris. This is much better from Justin Bennell's team in this second half. Jacob Lloyd, the kick to space. Di Richards is there, covering the ground.
Rolling 12.
Pontypridd get the penalty.
Yeah, but there's too many players lying the wrong side for me, Matt.
He's so competitive at the tackle, both teams, but Newport infringing on that occasion. Jacob Lloyd.
Yeah, playing right on the edge, Newport. You know, getting away with some, but good play as well. Pinching a couple.
It's another 5-metre line out, Kerry, and we've seen a front handoff. We've seen a little funny at the front. The front peeler haven't worked. Where do they go now?
I wouldn't mind seeing them taking it off the top, actually. A lot of teams now, they go straight into that mode of just going driving line out. Whereas,
you keep it up.
You know, it's awfully difficult for the team to defend just a back lane. They're coming onto a pace from 5 metres out.
Back past. 100%. No,
It's walking like a true outside half.
Yeah.
5-metre line out. Get it off the top.
Get it off the top. Let's have it. You lot the rubbish. Give it to us backs.
Well, Joe Miles.
And you're already on a yellow.
Pontypridd, former Cardiff RFC.
Yellow, so you don't want to be caught there. I know.
It's a big lump.
Yeah,
I think he's done well tonight. No, he's been really busy. He's been a typical number 8's performance. So trying to pick up, carry the ball, done everything at 100%. Lost the contact lens by the look of it. He's probably had a little finger in the eye. Yeah. Accidentally, obviously.
There's Jack Walker, and there's Joe Miles. Yeah, contact is back in. And you're right. Real industrious stuff from him.
Time up.
Now then, what have Ponty got up their sleeve? Miles gets the call from the rest of his pack. Morgan Bosanko is on 18 for Pontypridd. Relays to Jack Walker. Where will they go? Well, it's a better lineup. It's a more conventional maul setup as Walker gets it back at the back of the maul. Rakes, waits. Newport defend resolutely. It goes out to the backs now. Morris, Stuckey is in. A long pass. It eventually gets to Swanak. He's looked lively. Beats one, beats two. He's still going. The former Harbury man. Rakes is there quickly. Out it comes. There's Jack Walker. Been really good since he's come off the bench. A little pass from Jacob Lloyd. The crunching carry from Joe Miles. Back the other way. Lloyd pulling the strings. Here's Morris. Great tackle from his opposite number, Matt O'Brien. Rakes is having to work hard. The little slip pass. Stuckey's gone from left to right, but it's gone forward. And there's no way through Kerry Straney in this Newport defence.
They just can't get through this defence at the moment. They seem to get a little bit of a sniff, but they slow them down just enough every time just to get reorganised. It's so close at the minute. They just can't seem to get through that door.
Shake of the head, Morgan Richards. Well, it's not for them all to try, and Ponty have been far more inventive and purposeful in the second half, but Tyrone Morris has made changes at good times and added fresh legs.
On the show.
It's still 24-0 to Newport.
No pressure. Same one, and this goes down. 2 of you gone.
Out of 4 in the Indigo Welsh Premiership off the back of 8 wins out of 10 in the Premiership Cup.
What do you mean? You've got half a shoulder? Stand up. Full. Come tighter then. Show me that shoulder a bit more. Right. He's only small. Stumpy, right?
Well, let's hope Ian Davis's message from the previous scrum carries on. I suppose all the front rows are still on that warning that he gave.
1 second,
Crouch.
Lift.
Bind. No. Set. Work up, the 2 of you. Work up. Stay up. Stay up.
Luke Crane then has been really good.
That's just a slip. In fairness, that's a slip. I'm not passing the back when it's slip.
That was a genuine slip, wasn't it?
That's clear, feet gone under.
Well-known refereeing term, a genuine slip. I think Nigel Owens might have coined that one, but amongst others.
Okay, feet further under, yeah? And you, feet further under.
Dan Suter played at the Ospreys and the Dragons. Tight head. Lewis Smout is on at loose head with Henry Palmer.
Feet under you.
And
Crouch.
16 in the middle of the Newport front row.
No. Set. Keep it up.
Ben
Stay
Stevens,
up.
Morgan
Stay up.
Basanko for Pontypridd. In it goes. No slip this time, but the same outcome. Newport scrum, very dominant. And referee Ian Davis' arm goes up.
Going round.
As a bit of rain comes down at the Newport Stadium.
How's one your side, Gav?
Chance for Will Reid to clear his lines. And we can go down to Lauren Pittside, who's with Paul Matthews.
Paul, you clearly put Newport under plenty of pressure there. How frustrating to, well, not capitalise on that period?
Well,
Says it all, I think.
Yeah, you know, extremely frustrating. Some opportunities in the 22 in the first half that we didn't take, and as you just saw now, you know, a couple of chances. A little bit frustrated with you know, the ruck area and the persistent sort of infringements there. I know we've had a yellow card, but extremely frustrated not to come away with something then.
You have spent more time in their 22, created more chances, come out with more intent. What was said at half-time by yourself?
Yeah, well, look, you know, we had to come out with a better attitude and a better process because, you know, Newport, fair play, they put us to the sword and we weren't good enough during that first half. So we've had a little bit of possession, we've tried to play a little bit, we just haven't got over that, got over the whitewash to put some points on the board. And that's what it's about.
And what would constitute a satisfying final or 20-30 minutes to this match?
I just think you know, we've shown some good endeavour, but endeavour is not good enough. And the intent is there. We're just not getting that quality in terms of the accuracy. The boys are trying really hard. We just need to be clinical in the opposition's 22 and come away with some points.
Yellow, wait! Thanks for your time. Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you very much.
Paul Matthews there, a little frustrated. There's been a little bit of kick tennis, and it's Dale Stuckey who's desperately been trying to get into the game. He does well, but there you get another bit of frustration, and you can't take your eyes off Newport. Will Reid, the hack forward by the big man, Joe Bartlett.
Oh, he's flying.
And back goes Jacob Lloyd as Di Richards follows up. There's a little push, says Ian Davis, in the kick chase.
It was more than a little push, he nearly gave him whiplash. Huh? Hopefully they'll show a replay of that.
It was the only way Joe Bartlett was going to follow up his kick, I think.
He was flying, Joe Bartlett, then.
Any fair comments there from Paul Matthews, Kerry?
Yeah, I think he was on the money. Like you said, I think they had a few opportunities in the first half. They didn't take them. Newport have been really, really good and put them to the sword, like you said. And again, they've done the same. The second half, they haven't. Obviously, they've been a bit more dominant. Pontypridd, but they haven't taken the chances.
A couple more replacements for Newport. Andrew Mann wearing 19, George Young wearing 20, and
you got your guy down there as well.
Decent night's work. A couple of back rowers.
No, we're not, no.
In the Newport ranks. And indeed, Josh Skinner. He's off. Good shift from the pack.
Are they having a meeting or are they playing
in fact, all of them. And there's another one on your screen now. Matt O'Brien just hobbling a little bit. He doesn't want to go off. Now, what can Ponty do?
Outside the 15.
James.
The ball is there. Ball is there. Ball is there.
Stay onside. Ponty winning 29 for some reason. And there goes Matt O'Brien. Well, he was just hobbling. He's got to get to the line. He's just over. The momentum takes him over. Pontypridd claim a knock on. We might take another look at that, but well, he was just hobbling a little bit.
Slow it down for me, please.
First 20 metres of that run, Kerry.
He's hobbling now. That's the way to do it.
Knock on, or you can be on
60 yards right and then hobble all the way back. But that's a great spot by him, man. Coming in from the outside. Going to telegraph the pass a bit. And he spotted it, showing his experience. And he's come hard at the line and picked him off. And then shown great pace to go 60 metres.
So I'm going to check all the angles, Ian, and then I'll come back to you. It's very close.
But he showed a clean pair here. Credit Dale Stuckey coming across.
Eunice is coming.
Grounding's all right. Did he knock it on just before the line?
I don't think I've seen it leave his hands there. Was any detaching? No, I don't think.
Try is good.
Okay, when you're ready.
He seemed in full control of it. This is probably the angle. Dale Stuckey's claiming that just here, but he never leaves.
I don't think it ever leaves. Does it ever leaves his hands? Juggles slightly.
Well, he's been instrumental in the Newport performance, along with this young man, Will Reid.
Adam, what have you got on the clock?
Another try for Newport. Different kick. Good kick from Will Reid, add in the extra points. Newport over 30 points, and you have to say, Kerry, as dismal as the weather is at the Newport Stadium, they've been good money for it, haven't they?
They have been from the first minute till 64 so far. They've had a bit of a purple patch probably for 10 minutes, but they haven't been able to break Newport whatsoever. And they just keep coming back. Any chance they've had, they've been so clinical as well. That's what's been very impressive.
And they gain possession from the restart. It was a good kick coming in from Jacob Lloyd, but nothing seems to really be going right for Pontypridd tonight. And there's another man who's been really good for me, Luke Crane. Crane hoists the box kick. Bartlett forwards there. He's been everywhere. Now then, chance for Ponty.
First man.
David Buckland is on for Ponty. The replacement scrum half. Bit of a charge down, touched in flight, straight out. And that's probably the only mistake Luke Crane has made tonight.
Yeah, he's allowed to have one.
Turn it over here.
We still have, of course, David Smith in the sin bin. So it was a double whammy, O'Brien's try really, down to 14 men, the interception and finish. It's broken Ponty's hearts. Jack Walker into the line, as picked off by Newport. And the replacements have just continued with the real form of this squad. And Kyle Taylor, who himself has been in the bin with that carry.
No, don't come in. Chris, back out there, please. Chris, back.
Rhys Jenkins to Bartlett, playing out in the backs now, the second row. O'Brien has been everywhere, to his credit. Crane waits.
Leave the 9.
Ponty are not giving up here, that's for sure. Lewis smout with the carry. Replacement Loosehead. Crane just orchestrating possession.
Hind foot.
George Young extends his leg to lengthen the ruck, to just give Crane a bit more time on the box kick. That's a better kick from the scrum half. Oh, what a take coming in there. Morgan Richards, the fullback.
Backwards.
Buckland flicks it on. Now then, no way through for Ponty. Black and amber shirts everywhere, contesting the ruck. Buckland, Morris, Stuckey has really tried to get him in the game. He's been well marshalled. The pick and go this time. Morgan Richards, what was he doing there? And a penalty advantage as Swanwick tries to get it. And they've tried and tried this second half, Kerry, to their credit.
They
are
are
not
trying.
giving up.
No, they won't give up, I don't think, until the end.
No,
they'll just keep trying putting that ball in the corner. Nice kick, another start again.
Former Ponty man, Kerry. You know, what is the state of the club and the junior section coming through?
I think it's in a bit of transition at the moment. I think this is a young group of players who kind of had a good few years where there's been a lot of experience, like Sir Chris Dickamidis, Rhys Shellard, you know, starting to come towards the end of their careers now. So these are the next group of men coming through. Obviously, it might take a little bit more time just to get them up to speed and to get them to the standards that they've been at before. But you know, I'm sure there's plenty of talent in around the surrounding areas as well who come through the club and want to play for the club.
Always is, always has been.
Wait a sec, wait.
And that's the same for Newport, as Matt O'Brien is being checked out.
Yeah, okay. Sign back on, thank you.
It's around the jaw area. He's checking all his teeth is there. That's one of the main things, I suppose. As long as he's not got a head injury as such, Walker goes to the front.
Now,
it would be nice for all their endeavour to see Ponty score a try. Clearly looks like Newport's gain 31 points to 0. It has been that commanding, but Ponty's second half has been much better. Still they go with the drive. Buckland, the replacement scrum half, had Swanwick inside him.
Tackle!
The defence of Newport has just been so organised. into the midfield of the 22 of Newport. Lloyd in the wide channels, out there it goes. Here's a big run coming in. Joe Davis on the outside, a pick and go. About 8 meters short. There comes Callie James. Out the back it goes. Kerry Morris, Roderick, Dale Stuckey. Swanwick is there with Roderick to clear out. A difficult one at the base for Ponty. Buckland, well, that's messy. And they're all trying to get in the act, but Newport are so organised in defence. Bradley Roderick tackled by Lewis Smout that time. Battering away. 19 is Jack Pope. Buckland. And there's Kerry Morris coming into it. 20 is Kai James. Oh, and it's just the final pass. Tackle and over the ball go Newport, and it was almost inevitable, Kerry Sweeney, that they would come up with a penalty in that.
Just such good defence by Newport again. You know, Pontypridd haven't done anything wrong there whatsoever. They've had great build-up, a couple of lovely little half breaks, but he's straight over the ball. He's gone in there first, and you're not moving him, and he's giving him the gunslinger there.
Yeah, he's loving that, isn't he? He's taking all the high fives, all the back slaps. Matthew Powell.
Say again, Chris.
Nice little break though.
Yeah, look.
Kerry Griffin's lovely insight, right pass again.
No, look,
great tackle, straight up on his feet
and
over that ball.
Three and no
great bit of back row play. And he's got it fit. Penalty with the gunslinger.
No, I think it's George Young actually. Yeah, he's giving it the woes and the gunsling and the high fives. George Young. And 20.
Pulling down.
And Ponty give away a penalty. Andrew Mann was pulled down in the line-out.
Chris, come here. Chris, come here. 4, come here. Listen. Hey, Chris, calm down. I've clearly blown the penalty. What I don't need is reactions from the two of you. You're both experienced and old enough to know better, okay? Back here is a penalty to yellow.
Well, he looks a bit aggrieved, doesn't he? Christian Parker, a frustrating night for the skipper. And all smiles on the opposing skipper, Matt O'Brien.
Yeah, job well done. 71 minutes. Off you come, son. Have a rest. Put him in Cottonwool for next week again.
Here come Newport again. Big Maul is in. Now there's competition for places in Newport, so all the bench players are wanting to add their contribution. And Ponty have done really well there. They can't pull that down. And the referee in Davis says they've done it legally. It's a maul, a collapse maul there for the turnover.
Chill out.
And small mercies, Kerry.
Yeah,
it's good play.
Take little positives from that. Just lovely little turnover. Just get this ball back down there, attack again. Let's just keep going. Keep knocking on that door. Let's see if we can get one over.
Your studs clean?
Yeah. What are the positives that Ponty can take out of a 31-0 scoreline, Kerry?
I'm trying to think it's I think it's a difficult one tonight. No, I think in stages, some of the parts in the second half, they have shown what their glimpses of what they can play at. I think the back three have shown that there's a lot of pace there, and they have got our ability to attack. But I think there'll be a tough old session on Monday or Tuesday whenever they get back in. A couple of dodgy videos. The horrible ones, you sit at the back and just stare at the floor, hoping you're not going to get picked on. But we've all been there, and it's how you bounce back from it is what counts.
Great kick coming in there.
But in saying that, we've got to say how well Newport have played. It's not about that, and I think it's more to be about how well Newport have played in every facet of the game today.
Yeah, well said. You know, it's been a difficult night for Ponty, but you have to credit Newport's all-round performance, their ingenuity in attack, their resolute defence, their organisation in set piece. They do look like an all-court team. That's why they're unbeaten in the Indigo Welsh Premiership. But Ponty, they want a final say. Here they come. Little pass there to Sam Evans. And round the corner comes Callie James. He's been a willing horse all night.
No, get back.
Buckland. A tip-on pass from
Advantage yellow.
Christian Parker. The story of the night for Pontypridd. Just hasn't been their night. For Newport, you've got to say, it's been a great team performance, Kerry, but one or two standout performers for you?
Yeah, I think obviously we talked about him all day. I think Matt O'Brien has been key to everything that they've done tonight. As well with Will Reid, I think they just bossed the game from the start. I think they set the stall out straight away from the first minute, first line out how they wanted to play. You know, they backed it up with a defensive effort, which has been outstanding as well. So 31 points in attack and 0 into obviously against Pontypridd, so it'll be an all-round brilliant performance.
And there it is.
Straight down.
When we talk about it all court, the scrum, to be fair, has been on top. Even when the replacements have come on.
I didn't see that side, and that's why I'm stood this side.
And, it's been a difficult night all round. And for all those performances, Will Reid has been good tonight.
Huh?
Luke Crane has been excellent. First half, Cam Lewis, centre, Rhys Jenkins. And big Joe Bartlett. Wow, what a game he's had in the row.
Let's not forget Lewis Jones's try.
Yeah.
His 60-yarder.
But the Indigo Welsh Premiership selling a game man of the match as chosen by Nathan Brew from our Welsh commentary is in fact the Newport captain Matt O'Brien. Here they come again.
Advantage black, knock on
gone
yellow.
Forward this time. One of the few occasions it's broken down in midfield for Newport.
No, it's not. Stay there.
Now 5 minutes to go. Can Ponty get on the board? That's more like it. David Buckland, they'll get the penalty, and off he goes. The replacement scrum half. Have Newport retreated enough?
Chris, come here, please. Chris.
Ian Davis. He's been a little bit angry tonight.
Chris. Right, Lewis, I don't need you. Thank you, go. Chris, come here, please. The only thing your side is not appealing for the moment is leg before wicket. All right, it's every time and every second of the game. It stops there. We restart with a scrum, black ball. Okay, if I hear anyone else, it'll be a penalty against you. It's not cricket. Let's go.
I think Christian Parker was a little
because I blew up because I had a guts full of you lot talking all the time.
I told you he was a bit angry, didn't I? I had a guts full, he said. Leg before wicket is a cricket terminology for those who don't know, but seems a bit too much off the ball comment from Ponty.
I think so. I think Paul Matthews alluded to it earlier, didn't he, that they weren't quite happy with what was going on in the Rex and Pontypridd, obviously feeling that they've been a bit hard done by there. But
4 minutes to go, Ian. 4 minutes.
Oh, sorry, guys, 4 minutes.
Skipper obviously just trying to impose himself on the referee, but he's having none of it.
Great Xbox player, no?
He's experienced enough, Ian Davis.
Open!
The officials have a duty, particularly with young players, to keep the discipline and the laws of the game going.
Set.
He's done a good job tonight. Big scrum again from Newport, and Ponty just can't get it out. And they have it. Here they come again. Big ball to Cameron Lewis. Oh, they have the try that all of their endeavour has warranted, and it is that man, Dale Stuckey, the leading try scorer this season, poached on the long pass from Cam Lewis, and it's no more really than that man or Ponty deserved, Kerry Sweeney.
Yeah, they've been trying, haven't they? Trying, haven't been able to open that door, but you know, Dale Stuckey's shown his experience there. You know, Newport just playing with vigour here, having a go. Dale just spotted the pass off Cameron. Another try machine, Dale Stuckey for Pontypridd over probably 6 or 7 years now.
Well, he's the fastest forklift driver in town. And it's a ball man. Swanak. Now then, will that give Ponty just a little bit of confidence to go from their own 22? Newport is still up.
Tackle!
Applying lots of pressure.
And the conversion was
Here they come.
so Newport 31.
Newport still really putting the pressure on defence, and they are having to kick. Jacob Lloyd. What have Newport left in the tank? Oh, lovely step there. Sam Evans, and there's a dribble through. Chance here, it's gone loose. Can they get a final try? He's down on it. I think Ian Davies is going to have a little look at this one.
I have told you if you appeal for something, it's a penalty.
Matthew Powell, the replacement.
Yes, Ian.
I got a ground in.
Pressure on the kick.
Whether the players in front
and
of the kick.
got to the ball first, but will it be allowed?
Okay, stand by, just checking.
Don't think there was anything wrong there, Sean, by the look of it. I think the grounding was
the kicker
good.
has played.
No knock on.
The player is onside. We are now checking the ground in.
Okay, he's onside, so checking ground in, yeah?
Yeah, checking the grounding of the ball. It looked good from where we were, Kerry. And sometimes you look at the players on the field, body language.
Yeah.
Let's have a little look here.
Yeah.
The dribble through from Will Reid. No knock on there from Powell.
Just over 1 minute.
And
yeah,
the try looks good.
I got time for the restart then, right?
One minute now.
So with a minute to go, Will Reid. Well, he tries it out to the right this time to bring it back. It hasn't come back enough. It won't make a difference. It's 36 points to 7. Replacement Matthew Powell is rewarded with a try. The crowd have been royally entertained in miserable conditions at the Newport Stadium, and Newport, Kerry, really have been good for their win.
They have, like we've seen all the games, Sean. They've just been first to everything: defence, attack, line out, scrum. Just they chasing, just the way they've applied themselves today, defensively.
Yeah, played the scrum 15 seconds ago.
It's been a great performance. I'm sure Tyrone will be really happy with them. When he looks back, he'll probably find some things where they can improve on, as coaches always do. But I think on and all, he'll sleep well tonight.
Last chance saloon for Pontypridd. The knock on from the restart from Geraint Watkin.
Hey, son, squeaky clean, let's go.
Time is yours, Ian.
And it is now time in the hands of referee Ian Davies. Time is in the red. Sole Dale Stuckey interception try for Ponty. They'll go home with nothing in terms of points. Can they get the final say? Here we go. It'll play back inside. That's more like what we want to see. A bit of directness. Here comes Jack Pope around the corner. This time it's Kai James, who's made a bit of an impact since coming on. Jack Walker comes round, but it goes out to Morris. Here's Swanak on his debut. Can he get a debutant try? No. Newport's still there. That's gone back, says Ian Davies, or has it? No, it hasn't. That's enough. It's been a comprehensive performance from Newport, who remain unbeaten in the Indigo Welsh Premiership. They've defeated Pontypridd impressively at the Newport Stadium here tonight and run out convincing winners by 36 points to 7.
And I wish you all a very safe journey home this evening.
Let's go down to Lauren Jenkins, pitch side.
Ydy, Matt yn seithio ymuno â ni nawr. Matt, you wouldn't have heard us, but we bigged you up before the game, so thanks for making us look like we know what we're talking about. Firstly, how delighted are you to put in a performance like that under the floodlights tonight?
Yeah, really pleased. We've been going well this season, but we've been enforced into like a 3 or 4 week break, so really pleasing to sort of pick up where we left off. It's a bit different playing on a Thursday night, but I think the boys enjoyed it, and obviously a good result in the end.
You made a bit of a joke about your pace at half-time, and then you went on to score an intercept like that.
It's downhill, I think, going against the wind.
I'm going to have a quick look at it now. Just talk us through this. So, 6 tries in total. By this point, you were already comfortably winning this match. How are the lungs?
I've thrown enough intercepts myself, so I sort of knew what he was going to do, so I thought I'd chance my arm. Oh God, it doesn't look very quick on there, to be honest with you. But yeah, no, 6 tries is brilliant, and probably disappointed to let one in the end. But yeah, no, great result.
Yeah, you should have a clean pair of heels there, a lot quicker than Angus, I'm sure. But you know, you said at half time, I think, that you didn't want to overplay and play in the right areas. And the first thing you did when you came out in the second half was you went for it straight away. And that's, I guess, you know, testament to the way that you've played this evening, isn't it, as a squad this season? Yeah,
100%. I think you live and die by the sword, don't you? You know, the second end of the first half, we went 80, 90 metres and scored. And then we were camped in our 22 for probably the first 10, 15 minutes. So a little bit of learning, game management. I think I get a little bit excited and want to move the ball. Will Reid needs to rein me in a little bit, I think. But no, you know, that's the sort of game we play, and you know, we are going to make mistakes. But the old Kevin Keegan, if they score 4, we'll try and score 5.
Matt, top of the table, man of the match, and we couldn't even offer you an umbrella. So sorry very much. Sorry about that. I'll leave you go and keep trying, and look forward to seeing you next week.
Thank you very much. Cheers. Thank you. Cheers.
A Nathan, ddoi o ti mewn. Amrywiaeth o geisiau fyna gan Casnewydd yn sgorio bron a bod o bob man.
Ie, perfformiad cyflawn yn yr hanner cynta, ynddo fe. Just y ffordd o'n nhw'n gallu lledaenu'r bel pan o'n nhw'n eisiau, ond nhw hefyd, mor cysadleuodd yn ardal gwrthdaro, yn y safleoedd gostod hefyd. Felly, perfformiad cyflawn.
Don't know how much of that you understood, but we'll move on. Oh, fair effort. Look, we talked, you know, in that second half, you came out with a lot more intent, forced them into a few scrum penalties, but ultimately a story of missed chances tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. You know, the frustrating part was that we, you know, spoke half time. We needed to get a foothold with some territory. We had that. We just didn't take our chances. But you know, you can only take your chances if the defence doesn't wilt, and I thought you know, Newport defended courageously and very effectively, so commend them for that as well.
We'll have a look at a few of those chances now. Are you sort of saying that you almost then have to take your hat off to the opposition rather than look too much at yourself here?
You know, Newport are not top of the table for nothing. You know, they've played some you know, good rugby. We knew that coming here, and we knew it was always going to be a really tough game. So, you know, we'll go back. We'll look at this performance where we need to tweak things. But you know, hugely disappointed. Second half, a lot better. But you know, you got to play for 80 minutes.
Yeah, I guess you said you were disappointed with perhaps the way in which things went, I guess. But where do you think the turning point was? Was it the yellow card? Because you were, you know, from a scrum and a lineup perspective, you were looking quite strong.
No, I just think, you know, we're 19, potentially 19-0 down. I'm questioning whether we should have kicked a penalty, gone 19-3, 16 points, a little bit of wind. Again in the corner, we thought possibly it's a little bit of, you know, the touch judge is advising the referee, from what I can gather, in terms of, you know, the swimming up the side. It's not called, but I know, and Newport go away and break the length of field and score right on the stroke of half time. So, you know, those little things just add to the pressure and put pressure on our defence then. So, and attack-wise, you know, Matt is on fire in terms of what he does in controlling that back line. So, you know, they punished us.
Paul, thank you very much. Even in defeat, thank you for giving us so much of your time this evening, and we'll see you later on in the season. We'll let you go and we'll bring Ty straight in.
Thank you very much. Cheers.
Diolch yn fawr.
Thank you. Thank you.
Ty, congratulations.
Thank you.
I guess for many people who haven't seen much of Newport this season, it's very much a continuation of the standards you've been setting throughout.
Yeah, we've prided ourselves on our attack, but I think, as you've seen there, second half, probably a flip reversal. You know, our defence won us that game as well. You know, we were fabulous in our second half defending.
How difficult is it then to maintain standards when you've got the bonus point in the bag before half time?
Yeah, it is difficult. It's just keeping the guys grounded, if I'm honest. You know, they've got to go out and just keep being process driven and hopefully just being accurate in that.
That 10-12 combination, Ty, is pretty influential, isn't it? I guess that's where you're able to create a lot of your options, really.
Yeah, the ability from Matt at 12 to be accurate in his pass is crucial to us having our width, if I'm honest, yeah. And it's something that we targeted early doors. If we want to play like that, we need people who can distribute accurately and just simple, basic catch and pass skills, really.
Ty, go and join your team. Thank you very much for your time.
Cheers.
Diolch yn fawr. Wnaethon ni sôn amdano fe cyn y gêm. Nawr ni'n gorfod, wel, sôn yn ddifrifol am y ffaith bod Casnewydd yn anelu am y teitl. Mae siams go dda gyda nhw ennill eleni.
Yn sicr, bydden nhw yn siomedig gyda'r ail hanner. Dethon nhw allan, falle wedi ymlacio ychydig yn gwybod bod y pwynt bonus gyda nhw. Mae hwnna'n wastad yn anodd yn diwe. Ond ti'n meddwl, mae nhw wedi dangos yn ymwedig yn y falle yr 20 munud cynta pa mor cystadleuol maen nhw'n gallu bod, pa mor bygythiol maen nhw'n gallu bod. Yn ymwedig gyda Matt O'Brien a Will Reid yn ware, a ffordd maen nhw yn ware ar y foment.
Wel, dyna ni te cadarnhad bod Casnewydd ar frig y tabl y mond wedi colli 2 gêm yn y 2 gystadleuaeth eleni. Right, wel, ar noswyl Storm Ewnis, mae digon o chwaraeon wedi cael ei gohirio fori yn cynnwys gêm Caerdydd, ond digon o chwaraeon i ddod. Gewn ni cipolwg ar hynny yn y man. Ond i ddechrau, dyma'r tabl cadarnhad bod Casnewydd ar y brig, yr unig dîm sy'n digiro mor belled yn y gystadleuaeth. Ond cofiwch, mae gemau mewn llaw gyda llawer o'r tîmau oherwydd oedd gymaint o gohiriadau dros cyfnod y doleg. A fel nes i sôn, wel, dim gêm yn pencampwriaeth rygbi unedig y fori, ond mae cyfle i weld Shane a Ieuan am 8 o'r gloch. Bach o bêl-drod wedyn, amser cinio dydd Sadwrn Pen y Bont yn erbyn Ffynnon Taf yn rhwng cwarteri Cwpan Cymru. A 2 gêm byw prynhaw yn y Sadwrn, ni'n gobeithio erbyn ni bydd y Storm wedi cyrraedd a gadael ni yng Nghymru. Y Gwylch yn teithio i ddilyn i wynebu Leinster yn gyntaf, ac am gwarteri 5 y Scarlets yn erbyn Connacht. Wel, diolch yn fawr Nathan, diolch am dy gwmni di. Fel wnaethon ni sôn, bydd ei goliaeth gyfforddus iawn i Casnewydd, a Casnewydd byddwn ni'n gwylio unwaith eto wythnos nesaf yn erbyn Glynebwy ar gyfer ddarbi lleol. Gobeithio gewn eich cwmni chi bryd ni, ond tan hynny, nos da.
Glynebwy, Casnewydd. We are the Black and Ambers. Y dynion dir. Blynyddoedd o hanes. Rhoi mawr. The Gwent Derby. Darby Gwent. Who will be the kings of Gwent?